Well, while many countries agree that more aid is urgently needed in Gaza, political agreement is difficult to achieve. On Wednesday, the US vetoed a resolution at the UN demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza after proposing its own draft urging a temporary ceasefire. Well, let's cross live now and speak to Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, a former US ambassador who's now president of the Middle East Policy Council. Gina, it's good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us. What do you think about President Biden's position now on what's happening in Gaza?
I think President Biden's position is a very difficult one right now. He has recently made very clear that the United States wants a cessation in the terrible civilian casualties that are happening in the Gaza Strip, the terrible humanitarian crisis that is happening in the Gaza Strip. We are also keeping an eye on what's happening in the West Bank, and yet we do stand by Israel's right of self-defense. But the president has said that a ceasefire is needed, that the civilian casualties are over the top, and that the United States is now working toward a resolution in the United Nations that includes the words ceasefire.
How are the US's priorities right now? Where should the focus be, do you think?
I think the priorities are twofold. One, of course, is the many, many deaths that have taken place. Upwards of 30,000 now. How many casualties, how many injured, we will not know until this is all over. At the same time, that is inextricably tied. Those casualties, the humanitarian crisis, and getting assistance in to absolve it, to end it, it's tied to the release of hostages. And so those hostages, which include U.S. citizens, have to be released as well. This is what puts so much emphasis on the diplomatic efforts that are going on right now to somehow get to a ceasefire and a hostage release.
OK, Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, it's so good to have you on the programme. Thanks for joining us on The World Today.
You're welcome.